Hey, my name is Brent.
And I'm Nicole.
Welcome to Cloudy with the Chance of Meeples, and welcome to 3-Game Forecast. And just a few days ago was...
What?
Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, we don't really do anything for Valentine's.
Clearly not memorable. But it was Valentine's Day, and so this 3-Game Forecast is games for two-player games. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
And we play a lot of games 2 players, and there's a difference between like a game that plays well 2 players and a game designed for 2 players.
Absolutely.
And so these are 3 games that are designed for 2 players.
Yep.
1v1. And so this is a very small 3-game forecast, as in most of them are like, hey, for a game night, friends over. This is for like you and that special someone in your life. And Nicole is that special someone for me.
Aww.
I know, right? Sentimental side. Why don't you start it off?
Okay. Wow. Right back to business. Oh, I love you. Start. Okay. So our first one for this forecast is a game that we love and have loved for many, many years. It is the very first 2-player game that we ever owned. And that is Lost Cities.
I got this for you for Christmas.
Yep.
I did.
You did a long time ago.
Yeah.
Probably in like 2017.
Yeah, probably 7-8 years ago. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it's a very tense kind of back and forth card game where you are, I guess, drafting cards, picking them up. Sorry, the whole mechanic is like you're having to put a card down before you pick one up. So whether that's just discarding a card or playing one into your one of your 5
expeditions.
That's what they're called.
Yeah.
I love this game. It's super fun. The scoring is crazy, but other than that, it's great. Yeah, it's very tense. Like, you are always wondering, what is your opponent doing? And the whole thing for me is always like, oh, I don't want to give Brent anything good that he can use, right? So then... But you can score some really big rounds, like with those...
wager cards?
Yeah, with the wager cards. Or you can fail really big with those wager cards, too.
Yeah, because every time you go on an expedition, you're like, hey, I'm going to the pyramids, the yellow ones.
Yeah.
I put my 3 down. I can only put sequential up to 10.
Yeah.
But as soon as you lock in, it's for sure minus 20 points.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you're getting at least 20 to even score. And
or to break even.
Yeah, to break even. And then when you put the single wager, it's times 2. And if you get 2 of them, times 3. If you get all 3 of them, it's times 4.
And it's really crazy. Like, it plays in 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. And the points can swing.
Yes.
So big. Like I can be winning really big in the first round, and then Brent can come back and beat me in the second or third round, right? So...
And this is one of the very few games that I know of actually going first is a disadvantage.
Totally.
Because you are giving your opponent... So if I'm like, okay, I'm going yellow, my opponent, Nicole, right away is not going to be discarding any yellow cards.
You're giving them a hint immediately.
I play that 5, and then she discards the 2 and the 3, or whatever the case is. So you can kind of... It is pretty mean. It's pretty intense at times.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, good
But
choice.
you can't really do anything directly to your... I mean...
No, as soon as they lay down, you're holding... Or, like, if you have, like, the 9 and 10 in your hand...
Oh, yeah, you can hold on to them the entire
You just hold on to them the whole game. You just never discard them.
Yeah.
And you just see them sweating on the other side of the table, drawing that from the
waiting
from the pile,
for that 9 and 10 that will never come.
Trying to get that 9 and 10. Oh, man,
it's really fun.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Love playing that game. We've taken it on so many trips. That thing has been all over.
Yeah.
That game has been all over.
Hotel coffee tables and whatnot. Yeah. Playing poolside. Yeah.
Super
absolutely.
fun. So, yeah, that's the first one that you can start off with, Lost Cities.
And then it moves into a little bit of a heavier game. And this plays 1 versus 1, but there are modes to play with more players. But we just play straight 1-versus-1. And if you follow the channel, you know that baseball is my favorite sport. And this is all about baseball. It's February. Pitchers and catchers signing in. Spring training around the corner.
Very exciting.
I'm so excited. But this is Baseball Highlights 2045. Deck building, baseball.
Hey, 2045 isn't that far away now.
20 years. Like, this game might be a prophecy.
Where
Who
are the
knows?
cyborgs?
Where? But
Why aren't they playing baseball yet?
this game's amazing. It's deck building. It's kind of like the paper, rock, scissors. You got the cyborgs, the robots, and the naturals.
It's really fun.
And they all play different. Robots are just like hitting machines legitimately. Naturals are like the top of the notch baseball players who are still humans. And then cyborgs are half human, half robots. And they're really good at pitching. And man, it's so much fun crafting your deck. It's so thematic. You at the end of each round, you gain money, which some of the cards gain you more. The robots don't give you as much because the spectators, want to see actually humans playing the game. And so you buy cards and then you discard cards from your team to the minor leagues. And that's just that's just a little nod to the game, in my opinion, right? It could just be like, okay, you're just discarding it. But it's like, no, you're demoting them to the minor leagues. And it's always like watching your opponent. What are they buying? What type of cards are they buying? Are they buying cyborgs? So you're like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take a lot of naturals because they can go up against cyborgs a little bit better.
It's a very competitive game. Like, it feels... I am terrible at that game.
It feels like baseball.
But I've
said it multiple times on the channel that baseball is the best game to make into a board game because it is so chess match like thinky like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I know I'm gonna get on tangent. I love baseball. Anyways, Baseball Highlights 2045, absolutely an amazing game, and you can decide if you just want to play a shorter game. And just
best out of 5.
Best out of 5. You can play best out of 7. And then you can also, draft right at the beginning. So you don't have to go through a few games of kind of crummy cards and just rookies and stuff so that you already have your good cards right away.
It's a really fun game to play together. But you do need, like, a table for this one. It's not like a quick little card game. It has quite a spread, actually.
Yeah, you got a little player board. You got a drafting row. And you got all the little, like... the pawns of I'm like threatening a single and a double or whatever the case is.
There's a lot of like moving parts to it, so it's not one like that we take places.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever, but
Game number 2 is Baseball Highlights 2045.
Yeah. Okay, and then the third one is a game that we have had for a few years that we love to play together. I think I like this one more than you do, but that's fine.
That is true. I enjoy it. You enjoy it more. Let's just say that.
Yeah, for sure. And there is actually a Valentine's version of it.
Which we don't have, but
which we don't have, which I wish we did. It is Patchwork.
Classic.
There are so many versions of this game.
I love it.
But anyway, we just have the original Patchwork. So it's a polyomino game. And you have these shapes and and they have like little buttons on them, right? Or most of them do, some of them don't, I guess. And you're trying to fit them onto your board in a way that moves you around the track to pass your opponent. So yeah, super fun, pretty competitive.
I love the whole...
Again, it's hard to beat you in this game, but anyway.
Just be better.
You always somehow I feel very like... In all these games that we're talking about, I feel very like I can get mad at you in these games. So I don't know why we're doing this as like a Valentine's thing. How do you want to fight with your spouse? Mm-hmm. Let's play these games.
Maybe that should have been the title. 3 games to cause marital strife.
But I feel like... and then, for some reason, those leather patches are always, like, such a commodity. I'm like, oh, I want the leather patch.
And so then maybe sometimes you're like, I'm just going to jump past you to make you, get closer to the patch so then I can actually pass you. Yeah. But I love the, like, double economy in this game because...
the time, right?
The time. It's
or
like...
not the time.
Well, no, it is the time because you spend your buttons to buy the patches and then you
But that moves you a certain amount of space.
But then it also has time. So some of them are like, yeah, it might only cost you
right.
4 buttons, but it costs you 6 time.
Yeah.
And you only have a certain amount of time in the game because that's the end game trigger.
It's true.
When you get to the middle of that scoring board or that main board,
yeah,
you don't have any more turns left.
And you can, like, it's so easy to get negative points at the end of this game. I've had
because every spot on your board is -2.
Yep.
And this
so it's really challenging.
It is. It's
so fun.
It's so fun. It is such a great game.
It's a great
classic.
2-player game.
I think this year's actually 10 years of Patchwork. I think this is I think it came out in 2015, so it's like 10th anniversary edition of Patchwork.
That's crazy.
But
cool. We also have bought this as wedding gifts. Same with, I think, Lost Cities. Like, it's just a great.
I think Lost Cities. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah.
For people, because it's just great. Like, these are easy games to just play with your spouse. Like, they don't take very long. They're, like, competitive.
Yeah.
You get to know each other.
Yeah. Who's the more competitive one?
Oh, I lost Patrick again. -8. No.
What? So, yeah, -8. I would love -8 sometimes. I've had like -20 something. It's bad.
No, you haven't.
Yes,
Give
I
me a
have.
break.
I have.
You're quoting my score.
I am not quoting
Come
your
on.
score. That would be like -34.
Oh, shut it.
Maybe not. But those are our 3-game forecast for games for 2. We got Lost Cities, Baseball Highlights, and Patchwork. What are some of your favorite 2-player games? Let us know in the comments below. We would love. We always want to know and find new games that we can play, the two of us.
Yeah.
And so, what are some of your favorite 2-player games? Let us know in the comments below. Till next time, my name is Brent.
And I'm Nicole.
Grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.